Welcome to Readings for the Times. I am Johnny Frederick. I am a student of and an interpreter of the Ching, the 3,000-year-old book of changes, or the book of transformation that came from ancient China. And we read the I Ching through the throwing of the coins to discern, to discover, to see where the energy of the universe is flowing this month for us, where the movement of the Tao, as written in the Tao Te Ching, some call it Qi, some call it the quantum field, the life force, the energy of the universe that's always ebbing and flowing, that's always moving and changing, and of course is always for our good. Please like, subscribe, and share here on YouTube. Also, please make comments, email me with questions. And for I Ching readings, visit my website, www.johnafrederick.com. So this is our reading for November 2023. And our question, as always, is what does November bring for us? Especially for those who read and listen to this podcast. Through the coins, and the hexagram we received is number 49, revolution. Revolution. We have fire below and the lake above. Fire and water. Another name for revolution is molting. I apologize before we continue for not doing a reading and a podcast for October. I was traveling and had some difficulties. The theme for October, I did throw the coins, was number 51, shock, which is the trigram for thunder doubled, and which we have seen before. So this continues that theme of shock. In November, expect a revolution. Expect some kind of cataclysmic uprising, a swift and sudden change. It's maybe or likely have been a long time in developing. As I said, number 49, revolution, is also called molting, a process necessary for animals in their growth. Animals that molt, birds, insects, reptiles, sometimes spiders and amphibians molt. When we think of animals molting, we think of something like a snake. Their whole layer of skin is removed. Some animals only molt a little bit of skin at a time. Birds can molt their feathers or even wings. A snake grows larger by shedding its old skin. This hexagram points to this phenomenon in society. Societies grow larger by shaking off old institutions and patterns that no longer serve the people. And a person will grow larger spiritually by sloughing off old, tired, stale, worn-out ideas. Excuse me. Old behavior patterns, old habits, beliefs. And like the snake's skins, these are constricting and limiting. They need to be shed and cast aside if we're ever going to have a new life, one with more joy and more abundance and more freedom. And hence the result of the first hexagram revolution, with one line changing, line 5, we get the second hexagram, which is abundance, also called fullness. So in November, be prepared for the culmination of something that has long been in process Because revolutions, although they may seem to come up suddenly, are actually the product, the end result of a long process, sometimes a very long process, before it gets to the point of eruption. Perhaps at your work, or in the family, or in finances, or in health and wellness matters, which has been simmering a long time now comes to a boil. That which has been building pressure underground and out of sight, think of a volcano or an earthquake, and now bursts forth. Or think of the gently coming spring. It seems to come upon us suddenly, but in fact it has been slowly building over time. In the deepest winter, one might notice that the trees already have buds on them, and they're just waiting for the right time to begin to unfurl. In November, the answer to the shock of October and the revolution of November is to not lose composure and not to let our faith in the higher forces of the universe waver. The answer is to accept that change or changes are good and therefore are good. God, the universe, always has the highest and best good in mind. Nothing happens in heaven or on earth that is not lovingly designed for our upliftment, for our growth, for our awakening. So the reading for number 49, Revolution, is, on your own day you are believed. Supreme success, furthering through perseverance, remorse disappears. The trigrams are fire shining brightly within the lower trigram, and above the lake shines peacefully without. These two trigrams reversed make up the hexagram number 38, opposition. And in this way, here also, the influences of fire and water conflict. They combat each other, and this gives the ancients the idea of revolution. In November, you can rest assured that as you come into your own power, into your own higher self, into your own dharma, into your own true nature, you will, quote, be believed. Meaning, you will find the people, the resources, and the right circumstances placed on your path. This is the formula during this time for, quote, supreme success. In a time of revolution, whether it's in your own personal life or on the planet, it's vital to persevere. This is what the I Ching means. It constantly says, quote, furthering through perseverance. We see the sun, fire, and it persists in its course. We see the moon, and it stays fixed on its course. We see water flowing naturally in its course. When we emulate these natural phenomena, which are always true to their nature, everything is furthered and, quote, remorse disappears. This means that if we have made mistakes, if we've been unsure and uncertain or hesitant, if we've gone down paths that are mistakes or dead ends or even inappropriate paths, we will be helped to get on and to remain on our true path, a path with a heart. Any remorse for what we may have done or failed to do will vanish, just like the last spring snows. This is a powerful time for you, so get ready. The old is passing away, and a new set of principles for life are coming to fruition. They are coming to be. The way we used to see things, the way we used to handle things will be replaced by a better and more functional paradigm. This month, be prepared. Meet the time of revolution with assurance of your highest good. It is coming into manifestation. The ancients saw in the hexagram of revolution an image of fire in the lake. This is the image of revolution. Thus, the superior person sets the calendar in order and makes the seasons clear. In his seminal work on the I Ching for the Western world, Wilhelm writes, "Times change, and with them their demands. Thus the seasons change in the course of the year. In the world cycle, also, there are spring and autumn in the lives of people and nations, and these call for social transformations." You have fire below and the lake above combating each other. And likewise, during the course of the year, the forces of light and darkness struggle. And this gives us the idea of revolution of the seasons. For a revolution does not just mean an uprising, it also means a turning. One revolution of the earth. As we're able to adjust in advance to the demands of the different times, we flow with the Tao of the seasons and succeed. What is going on in your own life right now that's ripe for revolution? On your job, in your finances, in your relationships, on your spiritual journey? Somewhere or everywhere, significant change is coming or may already be upon you. We cannot plan a revolution in one day, and likewise, a revolution does not come overnight. What we can do is heed the movement of the Tao in our lives, in our community, in our world, and heed as well the advice of the Oracle, which instructs us to persevere in the good, to persevere in what's right, to set the calendar in order, meaning to do the right thing at the right time. The analogy I always like to use for I Ching readings is planting seeds. Planting seeds is always a good thing, but if we do it in the dead of winter months, we waste our effort. Nothing will come of it. We must do the right thing at the right time, in the right way, with the right intention and the right attitude in order to see results. This is how we act in alignment with the Tao of the universe. Finally, the idea of molting carries with it the power of the shaman and the shamanic rituals. Shamans of old would wear animal skins, feathers, or other talismans, and they would draw to them the power of these animals, these natural forces, with respect and reverence, of course, for the gifts that each brings to us by discerning, by understanding, developing, and honoring any spirit guides from the animal kingdom and emulating their nature. This is a powerful way to draw to ourselves the energies that we need to navigate the times of revolution. In the website that I really like for the I Ching with Clarity, it calls number 49 radical change. And the author of that website writes, "This is the key change of the I Ching, sudden, total, leaving no familiar handles to grasp. The kind we attempt to map out and understand through divination." In divination, radical change means very much what it says, the complete overthrow of old ways of understanding and ordering life. The judgment says that there is truth and presence on the day of the snake. It is time to shed your old identity, to try on new ways of being and relating to others. The old character, the old Chinese character for radical change, shows an animal skin, an identity and power the shaman could put on with the skin. When line 5 moves, we have this reading: the superior person changes like a tiger. Even before this one questions the oracle, they are believed. Again, let me read that. The superior person changes like a tiger. Even before this one questions the oracle, they are believed. This is very powerful. A tiger skin is highly visible, black stripes on a yellow or orange background, and its distinct pattern can be seen from far off. The image denotes a revolution brought about by a great person. The lines of force that guide the direction of this movement are visible and understandable to everyone. Such a superior person is so in tune with the forces of nature, we're talking about you, so in tune with the forces of the Tao, they don't even need to consult the oracle. This one almost automatically will win the spontaneous support of everyone. As November unfolds and the nature of your personal revolution becomes unmistakably clear, take heart. You're in the right place at the right time. All the forces that are moving are bringing you to a new place, and a better place. You undoubtedly feel disoriented at these possibly swift changes, but ride the wave, ride the tiger. You know that you do not need to control the primal forces, and that you cannot control the primal forces that are moving in heaven and earth. So we rely on faith, we rely on confidence, we rely on being grounded in the spiritual truths that give us an unmistakable, unshakable confidence that all will be well. When line 5 changes, revolution changes to abundance, fullness. The reading is this: abundance has success. The king attains abundance. Be not sad. Be like the sun at midday. Here we have fire below and thunder above. We have clarity within and vigorous movement without. This produces greatness and abundance. The movement of the Tao is an ebb and a flow. Its movement is a return to stillness, and then in quiet stillness is the root of movement. Like all things, there's an ebb and a flow, an expansion and a contraction. The time of abundance is a time of greatness, but the superior person knows that when things are at their height, already they're beginning to decline. When the sun is at its zenith, it's already beginning to set. So the superior person enjoys the time of abundance that has come about because of their sincerity and because of their perseverance. They're not sad that the tide will soon turn and go out, that the sun will soon set. They shine for all the world to see, like the sun at midday, bringing gladness and light and warmth and joy to everyone. They don't hide their light under a bushel. They put it on the table for all the world to see. In November, the days in the north grow dark and short, but an inner light can shine even more brightly during this time. During and just after a time of revolution, when people's worlds have been turned upside down, remember that great abundance comes out of times of great change. God and the Tao, the universe, are not dependent upon jobs or employers or financial markets or a doctor's diagnosis or other outside forces. Our inner forces are stronger and our inner resources are more reliable. In her famous book, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron talks about how we have an unlimited God, and it's like having an unlimited bank account. We can draw on this energy, we can draw on this energy, it's never exhausted. This is also the ancients' image of the Tao, which is like a bellows, infinitely empty but never exhausted, infinitely powerful. We often, she says, cheapen and diminish God by our feelings of unworthiness and small thinking. Let's always remember that the universe is infinitely abundant. In this time of abundance, we would do well to remember that it is God's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. So this November, for you, a time of revolution is at hand. Slough off the old with conscious intention or through forces that are beyond our control. Remember to persevere in what is firm and correct, in the good. With an attitude of faith in higher forces, our higher self, and our personal Tao that's always good, always, always on our side. This reminds me of the line in Isaiah. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. That changing line 5 brings us to a place of abundance, of fullness, and this is a very auspicious I Ching reading, directing us to stay in tune with nature, with the Tao, that, like the tiger, we are in our power. We are so aligned with God, we don't even need to consult the oracle to make the right moves, to make decisions that benefit us and everyone around us. Like the tiger, visible from afar, we gain the favor and the support of people and of forces far and wide. The reading also directs us to be of good cheer in the face of the seemingly cataclysmic changes, and also in the time of abundance that follows. A superior person knows that everything has its season. Shine brightly for yourself and for your loved ones, for your employer and your employees, for your friends and for your foes alike. So this is our I Ching reading for November 2023. I am blessed to give these ideas to you, this discernment of how the Tao is moving for us during this month. Like, subscribe, and share here on YouTube. I am happy to hear from you. Please make comments. Email me with questions. I'm always happy to give I Ching readings. Please visit my website, www.johnafrederick.com, JohnAFrederick.com. Sign up for weekly blog posts. Subscribe to my Substack, Paris and Prosperity Now. Or come to Paris. Sign up for one of my Paris tours. You can email me at paristravelguide@yahoo.com. Thank you for listening. Namaste.